Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and today we're going to be looking at your block. Your block came out as the Eight of Swords, and we looked at it a little bit yesterday. I think that they want you to look at deeply all the forms of personal blocks that there is. There's so many that come in: indecision, restriction, isolation, fear. Change can bring it on. Helpless thoughts, limiting beliefs, the inner critic, excuses, victim mentality. Can't see how things are going to change. Don't see any way out. Standing alone in defense, self-defeat, you name it. This is the block card, okay? And most of the time, this is something that comes in as a problem to solve or a perceived problem to solve, and then everything stops, and then it just seems to snowball. And that is definitely something that needs to be dealt with and needs to be rectified, because if it's just your perception of it, especially if you just keep bringing it up as, something that needs to be dealt with, not being able to, then, it becomes a rule, it becomes law, it becomes real. And we don't want that. We don't want that. We want to face life as an opportunity, something that we can see, right? So, yeah, focus on gratitude, focus on abundance. This is really easy. This is blessings, focusing on blessings. It's a really, I say it's an easy fix, but it's not so easy if you can't find your way to it. Okay? So gratitude, blessings. Start small if you have to. I'm grateful I'm alive, but mean it. Because sometimes we say, it's almost like it's a cop-out. We just kind of say things because, you've heard it before. Well, at least I'm alive. And it's like a cop-out, something you say, something you've heard before. And they don't want that. They want you to be actually grateful for something and truly, truly mean it. Okay, it can be something small. It can be something that others would find trivial even. If you look at this ring and look at it, like it's like a tree, right? It is a tree, and it swirls around. And if I take the time and just stay in this moment, and just look at it and stay in this moment, and really take it in, I can actually think, I really like this ring. I really love this ring. I love the way it kind of twirls around my finger. Makes me feel like I'm connected to things. I love the green on it. Reminds me of summer. Okay, so you see I'm immersing myself. And I'm pouring gratitude and I guess love into an object. But it's not an object. It's a feeling of what it brings for me. What it brings to me. And it's long enough to break that cycle of that downward spiral of going into that negativity. And if I stay there long enough, then I can try and think of another grateful thing. If I look around me, I see this singing bowl, very grateful for it. Then I might even do the singing bowl because the singing bowl has a pleasant sound, a very calming sound. And then you move on to the next thing. I'm grateful I have this to help calm me. I am grateful for, I received this this nice little, it's cheap on Amazon, but, I think it was like $5. But look at it. Look how pretty that is. Okay? Look at the image. It brings on a sense of peace. I'm grateful that it's mine. I'm grateful that I have it. I can't wait to use it. And I will. I'm going to use it with my Christmas deck because I feel it has a Christmas vibe. So, but it's very pretty. It's so pretty, right? So I stay there and I feel my things lifting, okay? I think I paid like, I don't know, 99 cents for this, $5 for this. It's not the value of anything. It can cost nothing at all. It can be a happy thought. It can be a kiss you received, a hug, a smile, a moment of laughter with a friend. Those cost nothing at all. But if you start small with the things, you don't have to go grandiose like, you know, I'm great. A lot of people start with, I'm grateful for a roof on my head. But this are, like I said, they're cop-outs. They're things that a lot of us say, and we know we're supposed to be grateful for, but you say it with, I don't know, it's not to say that you can't do that. You can. As I'm trying to say is, as long as you feel it, you have to feel it. You can't just speak it, if you know what I mean, okay? So let's carry on. Let's see what else. So they want you to focus your energy on what you can be grateful for. Do I need to say more? Probably not. Probably not. The Nine of Wands. Okay. So the Nine of Wands is usually don't give up. Some days are going to send you into a tailspin. Some days are going to make you feel like, oh, I'm so tired. I feel so wounded. I feel so, you know, I've been so strong for so long. But this is also a feeling of rigidity, right? This is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a lot of stress in my shoulder. I feel a lot of pain. Like I've been holding weights for a very long time, and now my muscles are aching. Like they feel tired from the burden. Okay? And this is what the Nine of Wands feels like. It's being frustrated that you're doing so much hard work. Okay? And it may have been like a long, hard road, and you're just like, oh, God, okay? I've had to battle every step to get to where I am. But it's also the sign of, like, you have worked so hard for this. You're almost there. Don't give up, okay? Don't give up. I'm strong for as long as I need to be strong. This is like, keep going. And the way you keep going, the way to alleviate that is this right here. See it. I can see the situation another way, okay? Instead of this woe is me, see it this way right here, the appreciation. Instead of having too much on your plate, start with the 1. We're looking again at the Ace of Pentacles. Plant the seeds. Get it done, okay? Take a deep breath. That also helps. It helps with a lot. It helps with more than you know. It helps with more than you know. When you start feeling unwell or stressed out or just off, okay? Sometimes just taking a nice, deep breath. It takes you where you need to go. Okay? All right, Pisces. Let's see here. What else can we pick from now? Let's take this beautiful deck right here. All right. Seven of Cups. choose wisely. But it did come in this way. I feel that it's telling you to choose one. This is too many choices. I feel that's going away, especially with the green border here. I think it's telling you just, it could be just, wait a minute. Let's take a look at this, okay? Let's first of all, mental. No, that's not it. Choose wisely. What is this one? Yeah, it is. It is. It is the cups. Yeah. So this is when you have a vision or a goal that you want to achieve, but too many choices, scattered energy. So it did come in reverse, and the deck is in the right way up. So we'll take it the way it fell, okay? Opportunities are bountiful, but there's a decision to be made at this time. Start with the one thing. Start with the one grateful thought. Start with the one planted idea. Start with the one. One to make many. If you put too many first, it's like putting too many in your basket and then losing more than you've gained. This is what I'm feeling. Okay? So don't tie yourself up in knots. Don't give yourself a 10 of Wands here, because you're going towards it. You have the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Wands. You're going towards the 10 of Wands. You want to go towards this 10. 10 of Cups. That's the one you're aiming for. Not the overburdening. The one that's going to bring you, that's going to make you feel blessed, whether you have 1 or 10. That's the thing. Whether you have 1 or 10. So this, you need to, I don't know, get it out of that gear and into another, for sure. I really wish that they had done this deck. I really wish that he had done this entire deck. I think there's only 64 cards. I wish he had just done the whole thing, and then it could be like a true tarot deck. You know, like a fully, I should say a complete. Yeah, again, and it came out this way, spiritual strength. I would say that this 9 is definitely the 9 of Swords. So again, you need to be looking at things in a way of alleviating anxiety. Absolutely. I like the way they all came out. It makes sense, right? Hangman, all reverse cards. Absolutely. It's just, yeah. It is the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so this also feels, again, like the weight of the world on your shoulder. See that? So, yeah, just, you've got to get rid of these. Whittle down many choices to the one that you want to focus on. Focus on the one thing. When things get overwhelming, the best thing you can do is start with one thing. I remember when I was working and I have many things to do, right? The bosses call you and I need this and I need that and I need this. I would mentally put them in a, just like in a strainer of things, and I would organize by way of importance, right? What needed to be done first? What was most pressing? And I would do that first. And then I would start the one thing and work on it. And if anybody in the list would call and say, hey, where's that? It says, well, you are number, 3. This needed to be done first because of this. This needed to be done first because of this. And right after that, you're next. And I will follow that order. Okay? And usually people would understand, oh, okay. Because then they understood that you had a lot on your plate. And, it would be okay. And as long as they knew they were not forgotten, then that was usually okay as well. Once in a while you get people who were not that nice, but it didn't matter. It was, this is the way it is, and that's when you're going to get it. If you're somewhat of an efficient person, most people will they'll know what to expect of you. So just take one thing at a time and get it done. Do it well. Finish it. And then move on to the next thing. It's something I thought myself a long time ago. And it's something that I still use now. What's most pressing? What needs to be done right now? This. Can this wait? Yes. Can this wait till tomorrow? Sometimes even yes, because of the way I feel sometimes. I need to let things go till the next day. And that's okay too. So I do the most pressing. When I feel good, I try to get more done for a day when I don't feel like getting more done. Okay? So just talk to yourself. Express it to the people around you as well, beautiful Pisces. If they know how you're feeling and what you're trying to do. Don't stay quiet in your corner and let people think that you're not actually working on anything, because that's more aggravating. Okay? How many people have I written emails, and because they didn't want to deal with me right away, they didn't write back? And it's like, just write back. I haven't forgotten you. I'm just doing this, this, and this, right? 10, completion. Okay, 10 of Swords is written completion. I knew there was going to be a 10 of Wands or a 10 of Swords, but the funny part of this, well, the weird thing is completion is for the 10. It's not really weird because it is. It's an ending, right? So something was completed. It's an ending, usually not in the best of way. But sometimes the stress, the end of stress, by putting your foot down and saying and admitting to yourself, I have failed to do 10 things all at once. What happens? You start doing one thing and not failing at it. And then you start doing another thing and not failing at it. But yes, you most certainly will fail at doing 10 things all at the same time. Is that okay? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because not only is it slowing you down and letting you breathe and letting you have a healthy relationship with yourself, not necessarily knowing your limitation, but just knowing that you have 2 hands, 1 head, and that you can do what you can do, right? And that even though you could do 3, 4, 5 things at once, is it really healthy for you? Are people going to get the quality they deserve from you? Are you going to give the quality to yourself? Are you going to keep yourself healthy? Are you just going to run yourself down? Probably the latter. You're gonna run yourself down. Okay? So, give yourself structure. Okay? Give yourself balance and do one thing at a time. I think this is the nicest block advice reading I've had in a long time. It's actually giving you some really great advice. And it's advice that even if you're not going through this, worth noting for that when you do get that moment, right? When you get that moment. So I want you to write in the comment section as we're nearing the halfway mark of this reading. I will do one thing really well today. I want you to write that. I will do one thing really well today. Five of Cups. Oh my God. All these are, well, it's block day, right? It's block day. That's why it is this way. That's why it's this way. And this is hope. I love that. 5 of Cups. Hope. Usually you have some figure looking down at 3 cups that are fallen down in desperation. And this card says hope. Remember, there are 2 cups still standing. So, if you've taken on too much and it hasn't worked out for you, remember that you have a chance to try again. Okay? So just take that into consideration. Keep remembering that. I love this. I'll take all these hard cards. You keep them coming. Okay? We can find a way to do anything. Deep breath, Pisces. Deep, deep, deep breath. Take it in. I'm not going to take this one right now. I'm going to take a tarot deck. Okay, so we're going to take this beautiful deck of shadow cards. They've been doing their jobs this week. The darkness, ooh, they've been doing their job really well. Too fast. Chasing the carrot. Okay, so yeah, absolutely. You really want to get fast to success. You want some speed, right? But look at the Six of Wands. Look at how he comes into town. Does he come in racing? Does he come like, at breakneck speeds? No, he's meandering in, you know? Like he just came in. Yeah, I managed to do these things. Okay? And maybe as well, you're trying to, like I said, run for success so fast. You're trying to get to it. It's okay. I've got to make it. I've got to do it. I've got to success. I must be victorious. But you're going to run right past it if you don't slow down. Okay? Success is what you feel inside. Success is gratitude. Success is doing one thing really well and then another thing really well. Success is giving your attention, not to 10,000 things, but the things that matter. Okay? Right now, I'm cooking something. I'm giving it all my attention. Right now, I'm listening to my husband. He wants to tell me about his day. I give him my attention, and I smile, and I understand. I make him feel listened to, heard. Okay? Next, I'm here. I'm doing my readings. I'm giving you my attention. I'm giving you my guides and their help, right? And next, I'll go look at my bunny and give her my attention. I'll give her a treat. I'll talk to her sweetly. It's not a lot of things, but done properly, they mean everything. They mean everything. And that's what your life is about. Meaning, not speed. It's not quantity, it's quality. It's not how many miles that you go or how many things that you do. It's doing them well. Doing them in a way where people recognize what you've done. Okay? They see your self-confidence. This sometimes lacks of self-confidence. It's like I'm going to do so many things and then one of them will hit and I'll succeed at something. But people rarely see this. They really rarely comment on speed, except that sometimes you hear people say, oh, and then overnight they rose to the top. Very, very few times is that an actual truth. Successful people have failed many, many, many times before they've reached the top. Okay? And it's only by being authentic and taking the time to learn how to really hone their skills and seeing what the world needs. But that takes time. It takes mastery. And they don't get that by speed. You get that by listening to things, right? And understanding things and implementing things. So those are your shadow cards coming in. Now let's see what the light card, the light in the light cards have to say. The more things I have to do in a day, the more time I take to do them. That's my trick, by the way. And as you can tell, I'm very slow today in the way that I speak. I have a lot of things to do. I'm not going to accomplish all of them. But the ones that I do, they're going to be done well. And tomorrow, I'm going to be grateful to be back here again and starting all over again. Yeah, throw that devil out. Get rid of him. Lead with the heart. I love that. I love this. So, you have the devil. So, because the devil will trick you into thinking that you're restricted. Okay? And you need to boot that sucker out. You know what? He lives in our brains. He lives in our energy fields if we let him. And You have to free yourself from the cycles of guilt of not being able to accomplish everything, of frustration because you can't do everything, of being addicted to wanting success too. That's the other thing, you know, that golden prize, that golden cow, that carrot that you're running after. These are the things you have to free yourself from. And I already said that with the 8, right? You're being blocked, sidelined by yourself, by indecision, restriction, isolation, fear, change, helpless thoughts, limiting beliefs, inner critic, excuses, victim mentality. How are things going to change? There's no way out. There's no way out. I'm stuck with the devil energy. How? Gratitude. Ace of Cups, right here. Gratitude, what we're talking about. I want you to sit and tell me what you're grateful for today. Now go back in the comment section and tell me what you're grateful for today. Something that you mean. I don't care if it's the color of your nail polish. I don't care if it's a ring. I don't care it's a really good pair of fake eyelashes. I do not care what you're grateful for. But I want you to mean what you're grateful for. Okay? Some of us have children or people. That's all good. I just want you to feel. Nobody's here to judge on anything that you're grateful for. But I want you to feel it. And then I want you, after you're done writing it down, I want you to move to the next thing. As soon as you finish sucking all the gratitude out of that thought or that energy, I want you to go to the next thing you can find yourself grateful for. Until you feel your energy lifting. Okay? And you're in the heart space. When you're in the heart space, then you start taking the things that you need to accomplish in your day and start doing them. That's it. That's it. That's all. It's not complicated at all. Not complicated at all. All right. Oracle of the 7 energy. Here we come. Shining through. We had this last week. I liked it. I loved it very much. It means the same thing it did last week. Okay? It means the exact same thing as it did last week. That all these blockages, when the light starts shining from you, you start seeing the truth of what you need to get past, what you need to see beyond. And that's when you start making the changes. That's when things start to change. Okay? So, yeah. That's absolutely good. So, this is you stepping into your power and your essence and bringing everything that you are. Everything that you've learned, everything that you've integrated. Okay? This is going to help you stand apart from others. Get your 6 of Wands that you've been wanting. It's also going to bring in excitement instead of discomfort. And genuine pride. Okay, because this is also the card of not being too proud, but it is the card of pride. And some of it is good because it gives you that boost of self-confidence that you need. Don't be small in any of this. This is being small. This is trying to disappear under these different things. Sometimes it's to avoid the glare of the spotlight, but don't go away from it. Okay? Don't try to get away from it. It's your time. Okay? It takes some courage to do this, to see it and then move into it. But you've come so far. Okay, and it's the right thing for you today. You've been in a gathering mode for so long. You're trying to accomplish so much. And that time served its purpose. But now it's time for you to step into this with wisdom. And your bright light. Like a lighthouse, okay? Light it up. Shine through everything and see where everything is. Choose wisely. Choose to shine. Go into your heart space. Go into gratitude. And then move forward. Okay? Let's see here. Oh, I love this one. Look at this beautiful uncaging. Hopefully it comes back out again. I haven't seen it in a long time. Maybe by the end of the week. A merry motive. I like that as well. That feels more like find your happy. A merry motive, right? What's your motive to do things? You want to be happy. It's not just about reaching the happy. It's about being the happy. And that's the thing that a lot of people, I guess, get wrong. Because they're going, I'll be happy when I get there. And it's not about getting there that makes you happy. It's finding the happy in today, in the right now. I've once done or talked about the book The Secret. I think it's The Secret, right? Is it The Secret or something like that? Or The Magic. It was The Magic. It might have been The Magic. And there's no big surprise of why they make you write down what you're grateful for a full month while you're reading and doing the exercises in that book, because it has the meaning and the feeling that great things are about to happen, okay? That you are grateful for everything. You start every day and you go through your everyday looking for gratitude, grateful things, because you know you got to write them down. Whether it's before bed or in the morning, the day after, you're sitting there going, okay, I need to find 10 things. So you start looking for things. And there's something that happens as you go along. You no longer need to find these 10 things. You just know. You start writing. And you start writing about all, the little, the small. It doesn't really matter. But you find sometimes you have more than 10 things at the end of a 24-hour period. It becomes a way of being. It's like a muscle that you stretch and that you exercise. And it exercises in the right direction. I think if it's not already in my list, of my favorites list, I'm going to find the book and I'll put it in my favorites list for 2024. Start you off on the right foot, okay? Because if you want to follow a book and do something, I think this is a great, commit to it and do it, okay? All right. Let's see, what can I get here? I'm going to take the rose. Oh, I love this. The sun. Joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, play. These are all the things that is the exact opposite of the Eight of Swords. Okay? These are the feelings that you want to hit. These are the ones. Joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, play. There's that success card showing up again. No surprise, of course not, right? Of course not. There is no surprise. So, the sun. Is it literally the sun card? Most likely. Let's see. Let's see what this beautiful book has to say. When the sun is at its highest path in the sky, the rose is at its fullest. Her fragrance is sweet, and the fruit is still to come. In this oracle, the sun represents life force, energy, vitality, confidence, success, positivity, delight, and the sheer joy of life. After it's left the fertile darkness of the soil, oh, the seed. It's the seed again, Pisces. Once you have broken through the shell and your root has gone through the soil. They're talking about the future here for you. The rose begins reaching towards the light of the sun, which then plays its part in nourishing the rose as it reaches for its potential bloom. And it does this for us too. One of life's greatest blessings is to feel the warmth of the sun on our face, to drink in the gold nectar of what life has for us, and take a moment to bask in being alive and being grateful for everything. This is your invitation to relish your aliveness, to embrace your joyfulness, to enjoy the simple things in life, to make time for play, to be grateful for your body, to acknowledge the wondrous life force energy that's woven through all of life, to remember that your soul had a dream and your life is it. This is a wondrous, wondrous oracle that heralds a time of playfulness, enjoyment, and bliss. The sun can also represent the inner child and be an invitation to have some fun. Have you been all work and no play lately? Is your inner child longing to run free? What can you do to enjoy the simple things in life? When we allow ourselves the space to play, problems that were once unsolvable find solutions. How can you enjoy your life more? What can you do just for fun? And I was talking about that early on, and here it is again. Here it is again. Here it is again. All right, we'll take another beautiful card, though. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now tomorrow, Pisces, we're going to be looking at your ground and your crown. That's what I call them, and I love those. And it's going to be from the Rose deck. The Rose thread, inner call, soul led, the mystic, living courageously. Now, it's not unknown that it's going to take some courage for you to actually go forward, right? Of course not. It takes some courage to do this. It does. So this is talking about the inner world and the inner weavings of the world and beyond. Listening to the mysterious voice whispering within. We did get some, yesterday we did get the High Priestess. So this is again talking about going within, right? Following your intuition and living in accordance with that. So they call this living by being guided by the rose thread. Dedicating, walking the way of the rose. Dedicated to write a new story, and it requires courage and faith. And the willingness to pave a new path. This is you paving your path, a new path for yourself. And yes, it will get scary. Blocks are going to show up. You're going to sometimes just kind of be afraid in your path and think, I don't think I can do this, but you can. Absolutely, you can. All right, Pisces. I'm going to pull a few more cards from this deck here, which is the Essential Tarot. Decided to bring it back for another week from last week because it hasn't been used enough, and it's such a pretty deck. I have modified it greatly, Pisces. I've taken all the borders, and we're talking about courage, and here it is, okay? Here it is. So let's continue on with the rose thread and the path, just to make sure. Almost feel like they're saying you didn't read, okay? The rose has been a symbol of the mysteries for thousands of years. The rose thread is the invisible path that the mystic follows. It takes courage to trust it, for the path is different for every single person. This is why it requires courage to trust the inner call, and those who do find it find great reward. You're being called to follow this initiatory path led by the thread deep within. You may find that you're in a place of great change and are being called to have faith and gather up the courage to take the next step. This card is a sign of encouragement to keep taking the next step. It's acknowledging the courage it takes to live a soul-led life and honoring you for always taking the leap. Yeah, I guess I know now why they wanted me to talk about courage, because the Strength card came in to make sure that we finished that entry, okay? It will take courage for you to move forward, Pisces, but it's okay. You've got it. You can do this, okay? Take the courage to move forward. Get past all of those blocks and really following your way. The Magician. You have all you need with the Magician card. The Magician is about personal power and the power of intention, the will, the resources, and turning action into your wishes into action. My apologies. To yield the power to turn your wishes into reality. That takes courage. And taking action to make things happen, applying the power to your goal. The power of what? The power of courage, right? You will shine through. You will get through this. I feel that this was a great cheerleading session for you, Pisces. It had a lot to offer you. I'm very glad that I took the time to do this reading today with you, and I took the time to do it. I'm going to send you a lot of love, light, and blessings. I hope that you've written down what you needed in the comments. Make sure to like, share it with somebody who needs to hear it today. And I thank you so much. I will be back tomorrow, and we'll look at your crown and your crown. Take good care. Bye for now.